In this video, we're going to use the free version of ChatGPT to help us write some code to create some basic visualizations to help us understand a dataset which shows some salaries in the data science field. If you do like this video, please do check out my Udemy course in the description, which will help us understand Python, ChatGPT, and it also has a section on MySQL and Tableau. Okay, let's get started. Okay, so first you're going to need to install Anaconda, which is how we will access Jupyter Notebook. And then from there, we can read in a CSV, and I have added a link to the description of this video where you can actually access the salaries dataset if you do want to follow along. You may just need to download it as a CSV or comma separated value file. Okay, and then once you have downloaded Anaconda, we can launch Jupyter Notebook here, which is just at the top right hand side, not Jupyter Lab. So I'll just click Jupyter Notebook Launch. And now that that's launched, I can go into my desktop and I'm just going to add in a new notebook into my desktop, a new kernel. And I'll just name that Salaries Analysis. Okay, and before we actually get started, we're going to want to just import our pandas as PD, and we'll also bring in matplotlib as PLT. And I'm just going to run that. And now it's been run successfully, and it's already opened a new cell below. And now we're going to want to just read in the CSV. So if you are following along, you will just need to reference where your salaries.csv document is stored in your desktop. Okay, so I'm just going to run this, and now our salaries variable has been created, and we can just have a quick look at the head and tail of it. So it's showing the first 5 and the last 5 records. Okay, but what we want to provide ChatGPT is the info. Okay, so I'm just going to copy all of the output here, and we're going to paste it into ChatGPT. And then from here, I'm just going to add a prompt saying, here is the output of salaries.info. Provide me with some data cleaning code before we start our analysis. Okay, so ChatGPT has come back with some suggestions. First, to check for duplicates and remove them, then to convert the data types, then handle missing values, but we do not have any null values in this data set, as you can see from the info. So we're going to ignore this one. Then to normalize the text data by replacing everything with lowercase. And then we will also check for outliers. And then finally, standardize categorical variables. So the first thing I'll do is just ask ChatGPT to provide all this code in one output so that we can do it all at once. So I'll just paste in a prompt to provide all this code in one output so it can be performed all at once. Okay, so now everything is in the one output. Let's just copy this code and then we can paste it into our new cell. So I'll just add a couple of cells below, paste it in, and then we can run this. Now it's been run successfully. So let's now just have a look at salaries.info. Okay, and now our work year is category data type. We have 5,054 entries, whereas before we had 8,805. So it has removed anything above or below the interquartile ranges that it has created. But we do still have plenty of entries here, 5,054, that we can work with. So next I'll just prompt ChatGPT to provide us with some visualizations. So I've added now provide me with some code to create 3 visualizations to help us understand the dataset. Provide them all in the same figure as subplots. So let's just see what it comes back with now. Okay, and ChatGPT has come back with some code which will create a histogram showing the distribution of salaries in USD. 2 bar plots. One will show the average salary in USD by experience level and the other by employment type. So I'm just going to click on copy code here and bring this across to our Jupyter Notebook and paste it into a new cell. Okay, and then if we run this, now we get our 3 visualizations that have been created. So our top one is showing a histogram, which just shows around the middle here of the 140, 130,000 mark as the most distribution of salaries and jobs that are in this data set. And then we can see this tail of as the salary gets higher, there's less frequency, which is what we would expect. Then we have the experience level. So most jobs fall under this EX or experienced. And then we go down, and most jobs are also full-time. Okay, and before we actually finish this video, I'm just going to provide ChatGPT with one more prompt of our own, and that's going to be to show me a box plot of job titles and the distribution of salaries. Only do this for the top 5 jobs that appear by frequency. So I'll just send this. ChatGPT has created a variable for the top 5 jobs. Then it's used this to create another variable for top 5 salaries, which it then uses to create a box plot. So let's just see how the output looks here. So by copying the code and pasting it in, I'm just going to delete the import Seaborn because we've already imported these. And let's run this. Okay, and now we get this nice looking box plot with the top 5 salaries: machine learning engineer, data scientist, data engineer, data analyst, and then analytics engineer. So we can just see the best paying jobs based on these 5, which are the highest frequency in our data set. Okay, so in this video, we've just done a basic analysis using ChatGPT to write our code for us. But if you do want to understand a bit of Python and work a bit more with ChatGPT and also SQL and Tableau, don't forget to check out my course in the description. Thanks for watching.